I said, young man, got me up. I want to be live, but I swear, not easy. My been rapping, my old man, I get it. My kid was doing, I'm breaking the profit. On my way, people calling me names. All the trouble I see, I ain't do at a piece. When no suffering, no sources, I cap it, the code, how I get paid. Sooner or later, my hustle pay. Let pay, and I'm rushing myself. Keep it cool, everything have a CC. Too much rushing, I probably chasing. One day. One day. I feel it cool. One day,
I know my hustle gonna pay one day. Any mistake gonna see my face. Me pa know I'm not watching it. One day, success gonna come my way. I know my hustle gonna pay one day. Any mistake gonna see my face. Me pa know I'm not watching it. One day, success gonna come my way. Yeah. My mama was so worried. My papa was so worried. My friend was your money. Any mess that will come on that knees. So I on my way. 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 I'm on my way to this place and I'm looking for money. Looking for money, oh. Looking for money. I want make mama happy. Want make papa happy. Want make all my brothers and sisters to come around me.
Hey, Capilico, why you know you hustle? Why saying the book by the Genesis? Shall come to power, shall come to power. I feel never working on Wednesday. In my love for the ma, in my love for the ma. All in the dark, all in the dark, all in the week, all in the week. All in the sun,
my mama was so worried.
No for air.
My papa was so worried. My friend was your money. Any mess that will come on that knees. So I on my way. 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 I on my way.
Amando.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Tony Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. Today is Saturday, February the 4th, 2023. We wake up this morning to -8 degrees in Providence, Rhode Island. Can you imagine that? And think about this. In all this cold last night, my heat went out. Some freak incident happened in my house. All my smoke alarms went off. My heating system went red. I mean, it was a freak out situation. I had to call the police to ask them about the alarm going on. They tell me over to the fire department. The fire department came and they took down all my alarms and they told me they were too old. They've been there too long. I need to change them. And they checked my heating system. Everything came back online. Me and my wife had to sit in the car for a while until they came. Can you imagine that? That lasted about 2 hours. Then my heat finally came back on and everything came back to life. It was unbelievable. I guess that was my experience for the coming of this Arctic experience. Well, yeah, we are this morning. We got all the news and things for you. Let's go to the Buduburam Refugee Camp. And yeah, well, Gifty Togba has for us this morning. She sent me a little clip. So let's join Gifty Togba in an interview. Oh, let me put up my topic. I didn't put up my topics. I'm sorry, guys. Interview of Liberian Community member on the Buduburam Refugee Camp in Ghana with Gifty Togba. To Plight of Liberian Community, an insight into the dangers confronting Liberian communities today, at home and in the diaspora. So let's go to Gifty and see what Gifty has for us this morning. Morning, Gifty.
How are you doing, Bobby? Fine. How are you doing the weather? David, okay. Can I interview you for a short time? Huh?
Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. So, as you can see, this is our Liberian brother. Your name is?
Bobby.
Yeah. Bobby Davis. Yeah. Okay, Bobby Gay. Dewe. Okay, so that is our Liberian brother, Bobby Dewe. He's been on camp for a very long time. So as you are seeing, this is a borehole where he take the water to go and fix his block, it breaks to build a house. Yes, so that's what you have been doing for living. And you are here with your children, right? So how many children do you have?
I have 5.
5 children. So this is what that he have been doing for living, to support his children, send them to school, feed them, even his wife, and etc. and etc. So Bobby, how do you see the living condition on camp?
Living condition is not like how we wanted, but there's nothing to do. We are just into it. No other option. That's what we've been for the past. For me, I've been here for the past 24 years.
Wow.
Yeah. This is how we've been getting on since we came.
Yeah.
Blog, fishing, other local labor work.
Yeah. So apart from you say local. So apart from the fixing of the block, you also do.
Yeah, even for the junior, I don't normally clean the junior.
Wow, you clean the drainage as well. Wow. Yeah. So you see. Yeah, that's very good job that you are doing. Let God continue to bless you. So the living condition on camp is not easy. So in case your family, in case they get sick, how do they go to hospital?
But they see me what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Sitting in the hospital by myself.
You pay their own bills.
Yeah. You tell you have insurance, but when you carry it's not valid.
It's
you
not.
Pay, you pay for everything that they charge you for.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
You are welcome.
Okay. Thank you.
So that was our interview with a member of the Buduburam Refugee Camp by Gifty Togba. I thank you very much, Gifty, for your contribution. And we can see the condition of our people on the camp. So right now, our correspondent in Monrovia, Mr. Simon Wicker, is following the crowd in Monrovia. Here he is right now. Let me see if I can bring Sam on. How are you, Sam?
Yeah, you getting me? I'm online. I'm okay.
Yeah, I get you, my man. What's happening in Monrovia?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm in the commercial hub of Douala.
Yeah, what's happening there?
Yeah, Monrovia is virtually upside down, and the supporters of the CDC, the supporters, yeah, of CDC are gearing up for the presidential ceremony at the stadium, ATS, the Anthony Thomas Stadium.
Yeah, can you give us a view
It's
of
just
the
north
crowd?
in the town. The market
Wow.
is virtually empty. As you can see, the streets are virtually empty.
Where everybody at?
And a lot of them gone for the program.
Wow.
A lot of them gone for the program. Yeah, can we talk for you 1 minute? Why aren't you going for the program? I'm thinking are you on TV? Yeah, American, yeah. What are you? Why not going to the program? You on TV? Oh my God! Why you not going to the program? Are you a
I hope we get a reception back. You see the point about these things, you can't walk around. He will come back soon. Ladies and gentlemen, our reporter in Liberia right now, everybody is at the Antoinette Totman Stadium in Monrovia for the CDC ceremony. I think the day George Weah is supposed to be accepting the nomination or being hailed or whatever for his resurgence as good morning, Roland, as president of Liberia. So I hope we can get Sam back on. Let me see if I can call him and get him back on. The city is empty. He said there's nobody in the city and everybody going to the stadium. And then he come back. Let's go into my topic for this morning. My second topic is the plight of Liberian communities. Oh, he's back. Thank goodness. Yeah. You're back.
Yeah, I'm back in line. You see me?
Yeah, try not to walk around too much.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah, you're on.
The network is pretty bad here.
Yeah, try not to walk around too much.
Yeah, I'm not walking around, but I'm stationed.
Okay.
I'm at the commercial hub of Douala. You can see most of the sellers are gone for the program. The market is virtually empty.
Wow.
Yeah, can you talk to me 1 minute, sir? Yeah, this is one of the supporters of CDC. Yeah.
Well, how can you just complain or conclude that I want to be supporter for CDC?
Sorry, you heard that. A marketeer, he want to talk to you a little bit.
Yeah,
a marketeer, yeah.
How you doing, sir?
How you doing?
You getting him?
No, sir.
Are you getting him?
Yeah, let's see his face.
Hello, you getting him?
Yes, we getting him. Let's see his face.
Yes. Good morning, sir.
How are you?
Are you getting me?
Yes, we're getting you. Oh, Lord. He's gone off again. Well, let's hope he come back on. This is the problem with the connection. You know, one day is good. We can talk and everything, but when you start moving around, you lose the connection. But anyway, we know that CDC is having their program this morning and reasserting their support for President George Weah. And from the indication of our reporter in Liberia, it seems that all the marketeers support President George Weah. They're going to, he's telling me, let me bring him back.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you? How are you, boy?
Are you getting me?
Yeah, we're getting you. We're getting you. Let's do the interview.
Hello, I'm back online.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, this is Liberia.
Yes.
Okay,
Let's do.
okay. How you say?
How you
Yeah,
doing?
okay. Bless God for me.
Okay, let me see your face, good.
Yeah. What you say?
I want to see your face,
Yes,
good.
I'm getting you.
Okay, what's happening? Are you a CDC supporter?
From now.
They talk. Why you not going?
As for me, I'm not a physician, so I don't have interest in doing that. You
Huh?
getting me?
Yeah, we getting you,
I
but
have no interest. That's the reason.
we can't see your face. We won't see your face.
Are you getting him?
Yeah, we can't see your face. You got it
You
fully.
getting him? The network so bad here, Ron.
Yeah, but we can't see the man's face. We won't see your face. It's so funny how we're trying to connect, ladies and gentlemen, get people opinion. Everybody, all the marketeers going to see George Weah program. So this is what we're having. And the connectivity is a little difficult. But anyway, let's be talking that he come back on. I'm sorry for the situation, ladies and gentlemen, but this is how it is in Liberia. We have bad connection. But there's a problem with our community, man. The plight of our communities all over the world facing danger. We are confronted with difficulties, issues, problems, danger. Look at our youth. Right now, we're concerned about election. We're concerned about the change of our leadership. All of these things occur in a season. This year, it's the whole process for the election. After this year, we got to turn back to the realities of our country. We got to turn back to the realities of our youth. We got to turn back to the realities of the leadership of our nation. So although I'm interested in election, I'm interested where our country is going, I'm interested in the situation of our electoral process, we also have to consider the plight of our society, our communities all over the world. We're facing terrible situations. That's why I got my people in the Buduburam camp. I bring the Buduburam youth so our people can see the living condition of our people in a foreign nation. They've been there for 40 years. How long do we continue to go there? Let me bring my invisible cup. Our people been there for 40 years. Look at their living condition. It's unconducive. It's inhumane. It's terrible. If we can only focus on election and what we're doing in Liberia, and we neglect the plight of our people in other nations around Africa and throughout the world, we can never come together to build our country. We can never understand the significance of us being a sovereign nation and people. It will elude us. It will escape us. Look at our country today. Things are so terrible. Things are terrible. But yet, we have all these lies, the betrayal of our people, the betrayal of our dreams and aspirations. When all these things are against us, we stand on the opposite side of progress and advancement. And we can never get it back. Our children will never get back what we lose or what has been lost. We can't get it back. But the only good thing is there's always hope. There's always the blessings from our God if we understand who we are, what we stand for, and what we want to accomplish. When we understand these things, our lives will begin to come into focus. But understanding it is one thing. He's back on. Understanding it is one thing. What's up, Sam?
Yeah, the network so bad in this area.
But you can't be
I'm
moving
trying to move
around.
further.
When you're walking
Better.
around, you can't be walking around. You got to stand up one place.
Oh, you get me clear? You see me?
Yeah.
Are you seeing me?
Yes, I can hear you clear. We can hear you clear.
Hello?
We hear you.
Is it okay?
Yes. You good. So what's happening?
Yeah, I can hear you clear.
What's happening?
Yeah, okay. We still got people in the market selling. Though some of them are members of the party, but they prefer staying to do their business. Hello?
Yes. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead. Talk. We hear
You getting
you.
me? You cut off.
No, I hear you.
Are you getting me?
Yes.
Hello?
Sam, we getting you.
The network is so bad.
We getting you. Go ahead. Talk.
Yeah. But are you breaking? Am I getting you?
We're listening to you. He keeps moving around. I keep telling him when you move around, you lose connection. He keeps moving around. But anyway, this is the plight of our people. I'm sorry for the interruption. We're trying to get the news from what happened in Liberia with this CDC convention that's going on at the Anthony Totman Stadium. Our marketeers are supporters of George Weah. So he's in the Douala market. They're talking to people and trying to find out what's happening. Most of the marketeers going to the Anthony Totman Stadium for the program with the CDC and reaffirmation of George Weah as the presidential candidate for the CDC. Most of them going there, but there are a few of them staying in the market area, and those are the people he's trying to interview. But we're having connectivity issues. So, but anyway, let me go back to my thing about our youth. Our nation's youth are the foundation for the future of our country. We can do all the election. We can do all the politicking. We can do all the religious ceremonies. But when it comes down to the nitty-gritty of everything, are we impacting the lives and livelihood of our youth? Are we changing their lives? Are we giving our children something to live for, something to look forward toward, something to appreciate? Sam is back. Something to. Sam, you can't be moving around.
Are you getting me?
You cannot be moving around.
Yeah, I'm looking for a better spot. I'm up. You getting me clear now?
Yes.
Am I okay?
Yes.
You hearing me?
Yeah.
I'm still in Douala. A commercial hub of Douala. This is Nuku Town. You getting me clear?
Yeah, so what's happening?
Hello?
Give your report.
Hello?
Man. Give your report.
Hello?
Give your report.
Hello, studio? Yeah, the people, the partisans of CDC are gearing up. Say that?
We listen to you.
I'm not getting you.
We are listening to you talk.
The partisans of CDC are getting up for the stadium for the program.
You're gonna interview someone?
Yeah, most of the marketeers have gone. Let me talk to the press, please. Let me do an interview, please. Excuse me. Say that? Hello? What's the question? I'm not getting you.
We're not talking to you. We listen to you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can see that our connection is not so good. But he's talking about the CDCNs and the marketeers or the supporters of George Weah. But let's go back to my class on the youth. So every now and then when he come back, we try to hear what's happening. But right now he's telling us that all the majority of the marketeers going to the Anthony Todman Stadium for the program with the CDC and the reaffirmation of George Weah's candidacy for the presidency of Liberia for the next term. So he's in the Douala market. He's saying that many people have left there and gone to the Anthony Todman Stadium for the program, and some other CDCNs are still in the market. They refuse to go. They want to sell their goods. So those are the people they're talking with. Every now and then he will come on and we'll see what he got to say. But I want to stress and emphasize on the youth situation in our country. We got to come together to save our country. And this is an admonition, a warning, a caveat, whatever you want to call it, to all Liberians, wherever you are, who are stable, who have stable homes, who are educated, who are going to school, who have peaceful lives. We cannot forsake our less fortunate brothers and sisters. We can't do that. He's back on. Because if we do that, our country will never grow. So what's happening is
Yeah, the network is so bad here. But the market is virtually empty. Bucket of people are gone for the program at the ATS. And as you can see, the market graph in the background is virtually empty. A lot and lot of them have gathered. They are on their way to the stadium. So I'm trying to get there. So give me like 10 to 15 minutes. I will be at the stadium.
Okay. We'll be here.
I'm trying to reach the stadium myself.
Okay, we'll be here.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see you. Okay, Sam is on his way to the Anthony Todman Stadium where the CDC is having a program and everybody is gathering. He said we should give him 5 to 10 minutes. He will be there. So let me continue with my program and my topic. So our country will not change overnight by itself. George Weah, Elliot Cummings, Gongolo, Tewan Kogolo, who else? Whoever else running for president of Liberia. They can't change our country by themselves. No leader in our country right now is capable of changing our country by themselves. They can't. They need every one of us. But we have to set the foundation for progress and advancement in our country. Our leadership got to demonstrate leadership. They got to demonstrate sincerity. They got to demonstrate honesty. We can't want to change our country and want people to come home to help us when our leadership is corrupt. Our leadership has no sense of direction, of even their own governance. their own government. If you can't govern yourselves, how can you govern our nation? And this is the problem we're having today. All through our communities in America, in Liberia, in Europe, wherever we have Liberian communities, we got to change our systems of operation. We can't do the same things we used to do before. If we're going to be community oriented, we have to be devoid of certain aspect of politics for our community to be social service oriented communities. We cannot have government of Liberia in America, in Europe, and in Liberia. We can't. Our community associations, Liberian Community Association in America, in Europe, all these community associations got to understand your mission, your goals, and your objectives. It is not to breed politicians. Our community organizations are there to be community service oriented. That means we serve the people in our community. Liberia is secondary. Liberia is secondary. If our community organizations in these foreign nations cannot service our people in those communities, how can they help to service our people in Liberia? It can't work. It can't work. That backward thinking. All these years I've been in America and worked in my Liberian community. What have we accomplished? What have we accomplished? Look at the Liberian community of Rhode Island. Look at the Liberian community of Massachusetts. Look at the Liberian community of New Hampshire. What have we accomplished? Nothing. Look at EULA. What has EULA accomplished? Nothing. Nothing. And it hurts me because in everything we do, we put the cart before the horse. You can't put the cart before the horse. It will not work. We have to learn how to access the resources in our communities in where we live. When we access it for our people, then we can access it for the greater Liberian nation. But when we do these things for personal interests over the interests of the masses of our people, we destroy any kind of help that we can gather even for ourselves. Because the people who will help us will come to realize that we are charlatans, we are jokers, we are deceivers, we are liars. Because we think we know so much, but there are other people that know more than us. And we can't deceive ourselves thinking that we're deceiving other peoples of the world. We can't. So all this election, looking for leadership, is for a season. And this is the season, 2023. What will happen come November? Walker in America going for operation now for something. Cummings in Liberia with Ability and all these people and confused people. George Weah got his by the group on the other side of marketeers and grown-up boys and Zokos and all these people. How can we bring our country together? How can we make our people understand that there's a greater need for Liberians to come together as a people, not under foolishness, not under deceitfulness, not under lies and murderous leaders, but under people who will guide our country and society in the right direction, not because they want power, not because there's an opportunity to fill the vacuum for leadership, no, but because we're sincere about what we want to do for our people. We have a track record of service to our people. and never wanting to be leaders of Liberia. I have served Liberian community for over 30 years. I don't want to lead Liberia. Because if our communities are not straightened up with good leadership, our nation can never grow and prosper. When all of us are still immature and thinking about power, leadership, everybody think they can lead, there comes a time when you are sincere to yourself and everybody don't want to lead. Everybody wants good leadership. Everybody wants good progress and advancement. Then we know that the masses of our people are becoming mature, are growing up to the realities of life. Look at America. Everybody don't want to be president of America. There are many people that have desires to be, yes, jealous of us, but there are limitations that stop them from going there. And we have to understand these things. Leadership comes in different forms. We have to understand how to build leadership in other aspects of our country. Money is everywhere. How do we access money in our country? It can't be only from the government. No, that's stealing. Everybody wants to work for government. Why? Because that's the easiest way out. No, it can't be that way for us. We are a strong people. We are a powerful people. We do rely on our government for daily bread. No, those are things that Totman then taught us. We've got to break that chain. No, we are greater than that. We are a free, sovereign people. We can go out and work and make our damn money. Look at the people in the Buduburam Camp digging in the hole for water to make their daily bread. We are a resilient people, but we got to understand where our strengths and our power rest. And if we don't understand these things, we'll never understand how powerful we are. We play these tribal games, we play these power games, we play these grown-up world games, and will never benefit us. Because we never find out who we really are inside. Look at all the shit going on in Liberia. I could be in Liberia fighting for my mom property, my pa property, for government. I ain't going to do that shit. Why am I going to do that shit? I grew up as an independent man. Yes, all that thing that free things, but it's not my game. Follow Rodney Chesson track record. It's not my game. I grew up learning to earn my own shit. That's why I can say what I want to say. I can do what I want to do within the context of the law. Because I am a law-abiding man. And we got to understand these things. And we don't understand it, we never grow as people. We never grow as individuals. Look at our young people. Your dreams are elusive. You will lose your dreams because what you're dreaming of and the path you're using to attain your dreams, they can't work. They can't work. Why? Because nothing in this world is easy. Nothing in this world is free. Nothing in this world is handed to us. No, I don't give a damn who you are. It's not handed to you. If you don't work and earn it, look at Stanton now. Look at what's happening in our community with Stanton, with Stanton, Witherspoon, and all the people that want get free education and free degree and things that they don't earn. It will never work. It will never work. It will never work. Because that's not how the world operates. People don't hand things to you free. Nor can you go and rob people and think that by robbing them, you will achieve wealth for yourself and live in peace. You will not live in peace. Because when you steal from people, people want their money back. People can't forgive you. They will come after you for their money. People hard-earned lives. You take their lives over fraud and bullshit, and you expect for them to let it go free? They can't. And this is where our country and our society is today. We can't live like this. We can't be people of fraud. We can't be fraudsters. We can't be corrupt people of the world. No, we are people of integrity. We are people of the law. Look at Liberian people, man, we come too far for us to lose who we are. The plight of our Liberian communities today, the dangers that face us, the challenges, we got to overcome them. Our Zokos in the street, our women being raped and being sex slaves and sex agents. No, our country is better than this. These things are happening because our people are not given the opportunities that they deserve. Our leaders are so selfish, are so greed-filled, are so corrupt that they don't see that by empowering our people, they become more empowered. They don't see it. And a man like me, I can't keep talking about election. That's frivolous bullshit. Election for 1 year. After election, we got our whole lives to live. We got our lives to live. And it's becoming so frustrated and frustrating for some of us to see our country just go to wreck, to see our society just become people of greed and corruption. It's hard. Then in the midst of all that, we got poor people that are suffering and need help and need direction and need guidance. And our government cannot provide it for them because they are charlatans. They are not good leaders. And we can't just point to the government, my people. No. We can't just blame George Weah them. We blame the church. We blame the societal leaders. Where are our societal leaders? The people with the FM society, UBF, FNT, all these damn organizations. What are you doing? What are you doing for our society? In the midst of all of that, people talking about going back to Bush School. How will Bush School help to advance our children into this world? Look at our country. Our country is suffering. Our country is suffering. If we have any real emergency in our country today, we have no leaders to raise our country and people from the depths of destruction. None. Look at what happened in our country now. The U.S. talking about prosecuting people for bringing arms in our country. Who in America shipped those arms to Liberia? You know, if it's one thing, it's another thing. If it's not one thing, it's another thing. Why? 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 Now, beside our youth development, we got to look at our leadership development. The leadership in our country is terrible. We can't wait for election time for us to bring leaders. No, it has to be a continuous process. Look at America. Every aspect of American government, in every aspect, they're teaching leadership development, leadership progress, leadership enhancement. Why? Because they understand that one group of people cannot lead forever. Over time, people got to change. Leadership got to change through time. You change with age. You change with sickness. You change with death. You change with different things. That way you got to consistently train leaders because no man is indispensable. No man is indispensable to our government and the leadership of our country. We can't depend on no man. And it is not wrong, nor it is against ambition to train leaders, for people to want to be leaders. But we just have to understand that we got laws that govern everything. And all of us can be leaders at the same time. You know, all of us can be leaders. We got to understand and guide ourselves with law and order. You know? So, even these people shipping guns to Liberia, who does it benefit? Does it benefit the mass of us? No. No. These are people with intentions of overthrowing the government for a private group of people to take over our country. We can't do that no more. If we must punish we are, if we must move we are by force, it must be by the will of the Liberian people. All of us must rise up and say, we are step down. Don't say it can't happen. It happened in France. It happened in all the great nations where the masses of the people rose up against the monarchy and said, enough is damn well enough. But until we realize that the plight of our country, the plight of our society, the plight of our people rests in our hands as Liberians and as erudite people, educated Liberians, we have to step aside and set the standards for change in our country. We can't wait for George Weah them. George Weah them are idiots. He saw the politics, what George Weah can bring to our people. Look at him go around making songs, talk, all these songs. He can't bring nothing good to our people. That's why in society, we have different calibers of people in our community. We have government leader, we have societal leader, we have religious leader, we have community leaders. And all these leadership, the aspects of leadership are significant for the upliftment of our people. If all of us depend on the governmental leadership, we'll fail. Because look at George Weah them. They go around making songs, they are useless. You know, the market people run behind them because to them, they are the symbol of poor people. They're there to represent the poor. You got all the senators, them. There were slum lords. Now the people look up to them. You see? But how far can they lead our country? They can't lead our country so far. What can Koji do? What can George Weah do? What can Akaris Gray do? What can Solomon George do? What can these street boys do? They can't do nothing. So our people will follow them until they find out that they can't do nothing. Or after their 2 terms, they go. What will happen again? We will start all over. Just like the communities in America. Look at all the Liberian community. People come and serve for 2-3 years. When they finish, they leave. No documents. Nothing. We got to start all over. But this is the kind of leadership we have. And if our leaderships don't change in our communities in the diaspora, how will they change at home? Our community leadership have no continuity. Somebody come, they serve for 2-3 years, they take all the documents, they leave. The next person comes, they got to start all over. And we live in the developed world and behaving that we're in Liberia. How can we change our country? We can't change our country. We can't. So I'm not here to talk about the yo, about who doing what, or who sleeping with what, or who talking what, and who leading what. That's not my game. We have to bring the realities of leadership, of youth development, and what else? Religious revival of our country to our people. Because all these things have been lost in our society. We need religious revival because our religious leaders are rogues. They are charlatans. They are criminals. Who's going to teach us about Jesus Christ and the Holy Ghost? Who's going to teach us about the Creator? Who? These damn rogues we got? These religious politicians we got? They can't do it. We need religious revival. So when a man like me tell my Liberian people, our whole country and society needs overhauling. I know why I'm talking. I'm not looking for numbers. I'm looking for leaders. And leaders can't be 10,000, 12,000 people. There are people who are insightful and understand the plight of our society and our people and why there needs to and have to be guiding lights in our society. Everything not politics, but everything is about the people. Everything is about society. Because it will lose all these fundamental things that make us who we are, that give us integrity, to stand up as honest men and women of society who work hard for what you got and don't go around stealing people things. That changes the whole dimension of leadership in our society and community. Look at America. You think that because government got laws and things in America that make society what it is? No. It's the people. When they see wrong, they stand up to it too. They say, no, it's against the law. We'll stand up to it. You know? People, the people in the community who believe in the laws and believe in the system of governance that we have, and they stand up to support it and protect it. These are the people. But if we don't have people like that in our society, if we don't have people that believe in the law, believe in what Liberia stands for, believe in where Liberia needs to go and wants to go and plans to go, our country will just fall to the dogs. George Weah then can't do everything. It's patriots that got to come together and change our country. Are you a patriot? Do you understand what patriotism really means? It doesn't mean you're working for the government. No. It means doing everything within your power to see that our country live, grows, and prosper. That doesn't mean that you got to be with the government. No, you can be with the private sector. You can be with friends. You can be with organizations. But all of us got to have the same interest and goal towards seeing our people come together, be unified, strive towards better standards of living for our people. Our leaders have a responsibility to our people, not to themselves. Not to themselves. We are part of the people, so when you take care of the people, you are taking care of yourself already. But when you want to exceed what is a latter to you, that's corruption, that's greed, that's stealing. All of that adds to the failure of our nation, the failure of the ideals of our framers, of our Constitution, of our fathers who set our nation on this path to where we are today. We, the Liberian people, have a grave responsibility to ensure that the plight of our communities are given concern, are given attention, are given our best interest to see that things flow in the manner which they should. One, by uniting our people and bringing them together with the understanding that the law of our nation is the guiding principle, light, and direction for unity, progress, and advancement of our country and people. With our laws, when people disrespect our laws and trample upon it and try to misuse it for their own interests, and we allow them to get away with these things, our country will never grow. We as a people have to understand that when we have laws, laws are there for a purpose. They are there to ensure that there is fairness among all of us. They are there to ensure that there is honesty and trust among all of us. They are there to ensure that people who violate our laws be punished by the law. And if our country exists and we cannot punish our rogues, and every time people steal, we come up with for peace sake or some tribal bullshit to avoid punishing them, and our nation become a nation of impunity, we can never unite. We can never come together. We become a nation of rogues, a nation of deceitful liars, betrayers, and people who don't believe in shit. That's who we are today. Because you cannot have laws and don't punish the people that violate our laws. And this is what Liberia is today. We are a nation of useless motherfuckers who don't punish people who steal, kill, lie, and betray our nation and what we stand for. We can never be a sovereign nation of people until we grow balls and have real twats like men and women of the world. A hint to the wise is quite sufficient. My class is done. Have a good Saturday. Rhode Island, keep on. I'm telling you, the time of the Liberian people is now. If we don't change our country, we are doomed to be in shit for the rest of our lives.